My company, almost the entire personnel consists of mobilized soldiers, about 90%. In other words, before the full-scale invasion, these were ordinary people. Some were engineers, some were builders, and there were even students. We also have 2 contract soldiers. Unfortunately, we don't have any career military personnel. Just ordinary people who, given the situation, that they needed to stand up to defend their families and their homeland, made a decision for themselves and joined the Ukrainian Defense Forces. Based on my life experience, this is one of those collectives that I've been part of, where I felt comfortable. And if any questions arose or I needed help, I knew they would listen to me and help me. How did it turn out that way? I don't know if it was decided in heaven or if God brought us together, but that's how it turned out. And somehow everything just fell into place. We were driving with the guys in the car, and one of them said, "Man, I'd really love some homemade borscht right now." So I asked, "What is the problem to cook a homemade borscht?" He replied, "Oh, you're going to cook it now." And off we went. Now I'm cooking. There's no turning back. Someone has to cook. We have the ingredients. If there are ingredients, you can cook. If not, that's a different story. Since there's something to cook with, it's no problem. I think everyone can improvise a bit and cook something for themselves. And what do the guys like? Homemade borscht, our red Ukrainian borscht. And stuff like that, fried potatoes with meat, whatever's available, you can cook. Soup, you know, the kind you make at home. Home-cooked food, that's more like it. It's pretty simple for us. Vasil and I are the same age. And as soon as we met, we worked well together right away. And there are often moments when one of us needs the other's help. He needs mine, and I need his. It's a team, not a lone individual. It's a unit made up of people, and if they don't get along, it'll be tough. Well, for some people it's harder to get along, but for us it turned out to be really easy to get along. Our crew consists of 2 men, a mechanic driver and me, the gunner. I'm armed with a Browning machine gun. Our mission is to transport troops and supplies to the front lines, and depending on the situation, to evacuate the wounded or, God forbid, the dead. This was in Chasiv Yar. At the time, our company was defending Bodanivka village, and we had to bring in reinforcements and pick up our wounded soldiers. At first, of course, I was really nervous. Earlier, I served in the infantry, but here you're responsible not just for yourself, but also for the soldiers you're transporting, those you bringing in and out. I felt a bit nervous. But then, when you sit down at the controls, you know the mission, you have to focus, and it just happens on its own. The main thing, as they say, is not to overthink it. Just do your job and everything will be fine. The first part, the waiting, is the worst. The fear hits you right away. And then, when you're carrying out the mission, you're only thinking about not making a mistake, about doing everything right. The fear disappears at that moment. At least once a week, I go out to the positions. Check how the guys are doing their engineering work, how their daily affairs are organized there. Basically, you talk to the personnel, get a sense of their condition and mood. You just, let's say, get a feel for the atmosphere in the unit. Equipment is important, but coordination is crucial, and communication between units is vital. Then, even with this equipment, we could operate more effectively on the front lines. That's my personal opinion. No matter what anyone says, no matter where such surveys are conducted, no matter who finds it harder to serve, I believe that it is always hard for infantrymen, but they also understand that without our support, it will be even harder for them. They realize that they can rely on us, that we will come when they are in trouble. We will take them away. And we understand that they stand in front of us, that they are defending us. And this bond of mutual understanding only brings people closer together and gives them additional inner strength. We can endure even onslaughts of those Russians. The enemy hasn't stopped. He isn't retreating. He's moving forward and forward. And it's unclear where he'll stop. And so, considering the price we've already paid in this war over the past 10 years, we have no choice but to keep fighting for our independence and our future. My motivation hasn't changed, because I already had it. As soon as the war began, I went to the military recruitment office myself. But they didn't take me because I didn't have any military experience. I hadn't served in the army before. Well, they didn't take me, so I went about my business. I'm from a village, going about my daily routine, my day job, my family, my children. Then I received a draft notice, and off I went. Of course, everyone wants all this to end as soon as possible. Everyone wants to go home, everyone wants to be with their family. Maybe it's different for someone who doesn't have a family, or maybe it is the same for others. But, God willing, it will end soon. I think so, you could say, for the sake of my country, because I don't want to leave anywhere. I want to live here. At home, not somewhere else. Of course not. Not Poland, not America, not Canada. I was born here, and I want to live here. That's my whole motivation. A peaceful life. Faith in victory has to be always with you. For me, victory will be if, for example, our battalion is given a mission and we carry it out. That alone will be a victory for me. And so, a series of victories will make up my main, great victory. That's my vision. Believing that victory will come in the near future is, let's say, an optimistic hope. There is hope that we will win in the future, but it will also be very difficult. To achieve this, as they say, everyone will have to get fully involved in this effort and work tirelessly. The enemy's plan is to destroy us. And our plan is not to let them do that, but to crush them and win.